I'm half in Mexico and half in the United States right now. How about that? Right, we are packed up and hitting the road. It's time. Whew, got a lot of riding to do. But you know what? There's no rain. No rain for days. That is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Okay, the plan is to take Highway 3 across northern Baja and make my way to Tecate. It says as the crow flies, it's like a couple 100 miles, 200 miles or so. We'll see. My days have been going over. Oh, I need to reset my odometer here. So that's it for San Felipe. We're on the road, man. And hopefully I don't get any more stuff in my tires today. Yeah, that's the idea. So I'll go, I don't know, 10 miles outside of town and just top off the tank, and then that'll be it. So I think Ojos Negros has gas, so I should be okay on gas. I'm almost full right now. We'll see. That's it, man. We're rolling. Yeah, I inspected the tires yesterday and pulled out a piece of metal from my rear tire in the middle knob. That was no bueno, but I guess it could have been worse. And I oiled the chain and got my sheepskin back on the seat, so hopefully that'll give me a little more comfort. That's the story. It's time to go, man. All right, I just passed through a military checkpoint, and that's my turn to Highway 3. I didn't stop for gas like I mentioned, so I've almost got a full tank still. So I'm just going to push on to Ojos Negros. All right, here we go, Highway 3. Let's see how bad this road is. I hear it's significantly worse than Highway 5, but who knows. I also was reading some recent trip reports that said Highway 3 is in the best condition it's been in like a decade, so I don't know. I've never been down it, so we'll find out. I think I'm either got a toll or another military checkpoint to go through right up here, so I'm not sure what's happening here. It might be another military checkpoint. We'll see. I'm not going to record through this because I don't want to deal with anything. Alright, I just passed a sign, so it's 152 kilometers to Ojos Negros, 192 kilometers to Ensenada. So it's not too far, it's like 90 miles or so, something like that. I can't really do the conversion in my head. Anyway, that was a military checkpoint I just went through. They just waved me through, no big deal. And yeah, on Highway 3 now, cutting across northern Baja. And we'll see how bad this road is. Maybe it'll be worse up in the mountains, I don't know. Or maybe it'll be just fine. Who's to say? But I haven't noticed any. I checked my rear tire, to go back to that subject, and this morning, I mean, I really inspected it. Excuse me. It's holding air just fine. So I'm really surprised I didn't puncture the tube. That thing was way in there. Whew. Close call. So hopefully we can get through the day without another incident like that. I don't want to deal with a flat. However, there's lots of llanteras near and in San Felipe, so if you do get a flat, I mean, it'd be easy to deal with. We'll see what happens on Highway 3. And I know there's little towns, and I'll try and stay up, updating on the gas situation through this. So we'll see. So far I've done 33 miles from San Felipe, and yeah, I'll probably pull the camera off just because it's starting to bother my neck, and we'll see how this goes. But it should be a pretty chill ride, I'm presuming. I'm not gonna just wring out the throttle here. I just want to take it easy and enjoy the drive today. So I don't want to smack a pothole because I'm going so fast. And that's my story. I'm just going to enjoy the ride today. Kind of standing here admiring the desert. Man, I'd sure like to do some walking out here. It's a pretty hefty mountain range to the west right in front of me. There's some snow up there. So far I've done, what, 12 miles on Highway 3 now, and it's been in excellent condition. I mean, just as good a condition as Highway 5 is to San Felipe. Maybe it'll get worse the closer I get to Ensenada, who knows. Plenty of places to pull over. Yeah, it's way chill. Man, look at those mountains. They just rise straight up from the floor, man. It's intense. Pretty interesting valley. It's like the first speed limit sign I've seen too. It says 80 kilometers per hour. What is that? It's like 50 or something? 50 miles an hour? Wow, the road just... Okay, I like where the pass is going. If that isn't the pass, I was like, I have to go way up there to cross? It's going to be really cold, and there's snow up there. I don't want to see snow. Well, I've seen a few potholes, but not many. But the road's been pretty good. Yeah, it just... I don't know. Getting a little bit in the twisties here. Taking it nice and chill. Definitely don't want to lose it out here. I don't think my inReach would work here. I don't know, maybe it would. I don't want to try it though. I don't want to have to try it. So this is the first time I haven't had any phone reception. Nothing. It's a tire place, Llantera. Llantera. Little town here. I'm not sure what town this is. Or Pueblo. 141 kilometers left. Well, there is a tire place, 50 kilometers from San Felipe on Highway 3. There's no gas station. Whew, I just came around a corner and there's some people working in the road. Fixing potholes. It's a bit of a surprise. Wow, just look at, unbelievable. Just, you go around a corner, all of a sudden, everything's covered in cholla and prickly pear. That wasn't there, just like right over there. It's pretty impressive. And the temperature just like plummeted. It's freezing. I don't know. It was near water or something, I don't know, but it is cold, man. Excuse me. Yeah, I just came around the corner just a few minutes ago, and like I said, they were in that was like the worst section of potholes I'd seen yet. Camera wasn't on, but it was there. They're fixing it, so I guess they're on top of things. Other riders, nice. Topaz coming up. I'm in a town. I don't know. Is this Ojos Negros? I'm at 96 miles now. Can't say, but if there's a gas station here, I might get gas. I just don't know where I am. There's a llantera. The tires are okay though. Wow, just everything's still saturated from the rain. Well, that was cool, passing some riders. Gas. Mariscos, seafood. I think so, not up here. Nope. Do not see a gas station. Onward then. Starting to warm back up again. Whew, it's frigid up there. How beautiful it is out here. Oh man, this is great. Made it to Ojos Negros. I am getting gas. Just passed through a military checkpoint, but I am going to top up here. That was in front of me. So let's do this. Hola, buenos dias. Full tank of gas here at Ojos Negros, and I am just outside of Ensenada by like 20 kilometers. So I'm just going to continue pushing on and head north once I get around. I'm not going to actually go into Ensenada. I'm going to skirt around it and head north to Tecate. So I'm actually going to try and get over the border, and I'm not that far, so as the crow flies anyway. But Highway 3 from Ensenada, San Felipe, perfectly fine. A few potholes, not terrible at all. And Ojos Negros, there's gas. There was a gas at another small town like I mentioned, but the ride was just fantastic. So I'm going to keep pushing on. About 10 o'clock here. Hopefully, maybe I can make the border by noon. Yeah, it has been an absolutely fantastic ride today. I'm stoked to have a full tank of gas. Yeah, I'm kind of kicking myself. I'm wishing that I would have brought my spare 1 gallon tank, the Roto Tip packs, just would have had it. That extra peace of mind, just because I didn't know about gas here, and then those back roads south of Blythe really got me. But it's been okay. I'm glad I have the size tank I have on this bike. And I do have one fuel bottle, but yeah, it would have been nice to, I should have brought that, but you know, hindsight's 20/20, all that good stuff. So we'll see what this next section of Highway 3 looks like, heading north above Ensenada to Tecate. I hear it's a pretty gnarly section of road, or can be, but I don't know. I heard this part of Highway 3 would be bad, and it hasn't, so who knows? We'll see. Wow, man, this is a cool section. This looks like despacio, slow. This looks like, oh, what is it? Out there in Nevada that I've been to, Big Rock Wilderness, yeah. With all the big granite boulders around. That's awesome. Mountain roads. Hey, wonder who lives right there. That's a pretty sweet pad. I am just outside of Ensenada. I don't know, maybe 10 kilometers or so. So whatever that is in miles. But starting to see a little more civilization here. And I'll be connecting with 3 that'll take me around Ensenada on the outskirts of it here shortly. And that'll be my ride all the way to Tecate. My route, I should say. I should be getting close. Wow, yeah, there's Ensenada. It is covered. To my Highway 3. Almost to my road, Highway 3 to Tecate. Should be just around this corner here. There's the sign, Tecate. That's where I'm headed. See how good this road is. I gotta go through the mountains again. That's all right. All right, I'm on my route all the way to the border. And it says maybe an hour and a half to get there, so we'll see how that pans out, how the road is anyway. But full tank of gas. Should get there hopefully before noon. Actually got a stoplight. That's interesting. All right, this is wine country outside Ensenada on the way to Tecate. Lots of vineyards here. I gotta take the camera off and give my neck a break, so I'll put the camera back on as I get closer to Tecate. All right, I am at the border, Tecate. I just get into Tecate so quick, I didn't even have time to really stop and grab the camera, so it's a bit of a wait here. Figured there would be. Hopefully I'm not here for hours. I'm half in Mexico and half in the United States right now. How about that? Well, that was an easy border crossing. I didn't have to show anything, didn't have to do anything. I was just over. Lickety split. I cut in front of that whole line. I just ran all the way up to the front. So I got through it pretty quickly. Otherwise, I would have been there for an hour. I don't have time for that. So my idea, just gassed up, full tank of gas, baby. It is 1:20 in the afternoon. I've got 3 hours of light left. I'm going to try and get to Blythe. That's right, one big loop, man, right back to Blythe. So that's my game plan. I should get there before dark. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ride hard, man. I only got 166 miles to go to get there. So that's not bad. That would give me a 400-mile day. I can do that. I got the sheepskin on, man. I'm fine. I had a drink of water. I had a piece of bread. I can bang out 166 miles. So that's what I'm going to do.
402 miles. I made it to Blythe, California. That's right. What a day. Oh my God, I am just delirious. I didn't eat, I didn't drink, I just rode, man. Yeah, that's how far it is, just over 400 miles from San Felipe across northern Baja to just outside Ensenada, straight up to Tecate, and then I took 94 east in California to Interstate 8, and then some back roads, 78 east. Yes, and that took me to Blythe. So 402 miles, and I made it to Blythe. I left at 7 this morning, and it's almost 5 p.m. now. So it was a long day. I made it. I'm going to wrap it right here and get something to eat and go to bed. I'm exhausted, so I'll see you in the morning. I'm going to have to get used to pumping my own gas again. Muy buenos dias. All right, folks. Well, back in the beautiful city of Blythe, California, and I'm getting out of here. All right, time to get back on the road. I gotta get on Interstate 10 for a short stint and make my way to 95, Highway 95. It's a fun road. I'll be riding that. I'm pretty much retracing my route on my way down, so I think I will record because you just never know what you can come across, right? I think I need to go west. Do I need to go east or west? I'm taking a right here, right? Oh, I'm going east. Okay, well, I'm going east. Thought I was going west. Going somewhere. Short stint on I-10. As I make my way to 95. It is a brisk morning here in Blythe, California. And I think it's just going to be a cool, not freezing cold, but cool ride up north to southwestern Utah today. But it's going to be okay because it's not going to be raining. So there you have it. Yesterday I did 403 miles. I was a little delirious when I finally got into the hotel last night, but it was fine. And that just made my trip shorter today. Today I got just over 300 miles. And at this point, 300 miles is nothing. So it's not going to be a problem. Needles, 96 miles. All
little rusty this morning. I got thermals and all this stuff on, so I'm a little, I feel like the Michelin man, you know. But it's going to be a cold ride pretty much all day. That's okay though. It's just going to get warmer as I continue making my way. I think the high today, all my entire route is maybe 60 degrees, so that's a pretty comfortable day of riding temperature wise with gear on and stuff. So, but checked the bike over this morning, checked the tires, no issue with the rear tire. I was a little concerned I was going to have a flat after finding that piece of chunk of metal in it 2 nights ago, but it's doing all right. It was like I mentioned, it was right in that middle knob, so I dodged that bullet. But that's a bullet I need to think about. That was really my only real fear on this trip, was getting a flat and having to deal with it. And I know there's lots of tire spots all over the place, and I could limp the bike to one, but it's still something that I really need to think about. I wish I had tubeless tires, and I could just, if I had a hole, I could just patch it. That would be ideal. But I don't know if there's tubeless tires for the DR650, if I can make that happen. Maybe I can. Maybe I just need different rims. I'll have to look into that, but that's a big issue for me. It's stinking tires. So 330 miles or so today. 660, 960, and then this trip was almost 1,500 miles. If I get my maths right. Maybe like 1,400 miles. That's not bad. That's averaging 300 miles a day. I was averaging, each big day was about 300 miles, and then yesterday was 400 miles. So, oh no, I think that's pretty good. I think I'd rather have it down to 200 miles. I feel that's a good day of stopping and filming and doing all those things. You get above that, and for example, yesterday I just really didn't have time to. All I could do is just ride, and that felt that way was a little bit with the other days too. But that was because I had to deal with border crossings and time-consuming things like that. So 200 miles would have given me time to do a little more filming, but you know, like I mentioned, I've had such a short amount of time to do all this, so time was necessary. It is what it is. Can I get by this big guy? But this trip has given me some good skill building time. Riding on interstates and dealing with the rain, the cold. It's been a very, very, very good learning experience for me, and I have to admit, I want more. I want more of it. Had to stop and have a look. Whole lot of country out there. Look at all these awesome hills, man. I would love to go walking up in this. Ah, fantastic. All right, I've made it to Henderson, Nevada from Needles to, well, all the way to here. The wind, where the wind was howling, let me tell you. So initially I wasn't going to ride through the Lake Mead area on my way back, but I've since changed my mind because it'll give me a break from the wind, and I want a break from the wind. I was just getting tossed all around. So, but it was uneventful other than that. Straight shot, you know, from Needles, straight up 95, no issues. Just the wind, really cold. They got cold again going up to Searchlight, and then coming back down, it warmed up. But here in Henderson, it's perfect. And that's the story, really. I couldn't wear the camera. Well, I didn't really want to. It's such a wind grab on the bottom of the helmet.
and that crosswind and just the big open valley was just, well, if you've been through there, then you understand. But if you haven't, it can get a little gnarly with the wind. So I'm going to take a break and ride through the meat area. It'll add a few more miles to it, but it's not that big of a deal. And then once I get back to Overton, it's just a straight shot on I-15 to Beaver Dam, and then it's back up to southwestern Utah. It's pretty simple, really. I've already gone 200 miles today, so this is almost over. Pretty sweet. I'm back, Jen. You should have gone with me.
Next time.
All right. How come that good girl? She's kind of camera shy. That's all right, though. There you have it. Today I did 337 miles. Yesterday morning I left San Felipe, and then combined with yesterday and today, that's 739 miles, because I did 402 miles yesterday. It's a lot of riding. The DR60 did well, and I guess I don't have much to say. You're going to see it all in the video. So I'm going to do a follow-up video after all this, just to talk about the bike and the trip and everything. It won't be a long video, just to kind of wrap things up. But that's it. I'm done. Home safe. Everything's well. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, folks, and we'll see you next time. D-Rock out. Adios.